Well, g'day guys, welcome to another adventure. This one's taken a whole lot of planning for what's probably going to be such a small trip for us anyway, for what we do. Probably only around 5, maybe 600 k's this trip, so it's not that far, or time wise very long for what we normally do. Hopefully you can hear what I'm saying. It's howling. So we've been waiting here for a few days. If you haven't noticed, in the background you got the Exmouth Marina there. Just waiting here for a few days for this wind to bugger off, because it has been pretty wild here. Even the marina's bloody murky. So I'll wander around here and show you what I'm dealing with at the moment, which is not real nice. Sort of 15, maybe, yeah, I'd say a stiff, let's call it a stiff 15. Probably a touch more. That's what I'm in for. I'm not real keen on that. Our prawn boat's just heading out there. So unfortunately, that's what I'm battling. There is a slight weather window tomorrow afternoon. So I'm probably going to hang around. Actually, it's 10 o'clock tomorrow. This afternoon there's a bit of a weather window, but I don't think it's good enough with what we'll have here. It's about a 50k run to get across the other side of the Gulf, and then I'm away from there. So we've just been mucking around here for a couple of days in Exmouth. Put the boat in a couple of times, headed over the other side there, did a little bit of recon, a couple of islands, whether we can camp on them or not. Yeah, 26 nautical miles, and we forgot the spear gun. So that was bloody marvellous. So we bobbed around there, squidding for a few hours and came home. So what are we trying to achieve this time? We are trying to keep out of the wind for now, but the aim of the game this trip is Exmouth via Onslow, shoot out to Barrow. I wasn't gonna do the Monties because we've been there a heap of times before, but we may shoot up to Monties, catch up with a fella and have a beer with him, come back to Barrow, back across to the mainland, and just sort of island hop the whole way. There was about a 5-day weather window that looked really good. I was meant to go Karratha to Exmouth, but it was bad and the wind was straight at us and all the rest of it, so we swapped it around, came to Exmouth, waiting the window now. But that weather window's turned into about 2 or 3 days over there now instead of about 5. So the trip's been cut a little bit short, and the end of it's going to be horrendous, because from what I'm seeing at the moment, it's blowing straight at me face for the trip home, which is kind of horrible. About 15 to 20 knots ish. So, but anyway, that's the plan. Exmouth to Karratha, or Dampier, should I say. We'll pull it out at Dampier. So someone's gonna tow the trailer home for me, hopefully. And by the time I get there, there'll be a trailer there so I can get off that little boat. So you probably noticed, but she's been de-stickered. She was meant to be re-stickered, but we ran out of time and couldn't get it done in time. So sort of still see it just, but we'll clean all that up and get that all sorted before we re-sticker it. A little bit of a change there, you'll see later on. Might get a little bit wet here, mate, till we turn the corner. So glad we're not punching straight into this. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but we've just been sitting in the marina waiting this out a little bit. Oh, hang on here, buddy. Because, yeah, it's not the prettiest at all, but the silver lining is we're sort of going with it a little bit. So, hopefully it shouldn't be too bad once we turn this corner and we're cruising with it a bit. It's bloody gross. Dirty glasses already. bit better. A bit wet now though. Fence is wet. Shocker. Oh well. Batten down the hatches. We've got about 20 nautical miles to go through this. And we should be at a little island. We can pull up Sunday Island. We'll have a look there. And probably stop for some smoke, I reckon. Possibly lunch. Be bad peckish by then. Wasn't the crossing we thought we were going to have, but we've made it to our first little stop here. Nice little island, about 1 billion birds on it. But yeah, so lunchtime it is. What do you reckon, buddy?
Good.
What do we got there?
Salad, tomato, cheese, ham and butter wraps.
Yep, there you go. Eat the salad while we can. Doesn't generally last long in the fridge in the boat for some reason. Well, it doesn't. Salad doesn't last long anywhere for very long. But yeah, so we might have a little sneaky around this island. It is pretty shitty outside of it. We thought this was quite a smooth little spot here, just tucked in around that little sand point there. So just in this nice little bay, but the waves have wrapped around. All the weather's coming from that direction, but it's wrapping around and coming back in here. But yeah, heck, a lot of boats. Birds, sorry. There's one big boat out there. Not sure what he's doing. But yeah, the clarity of the water's not the best. A bit murky, but we might have a snoop around, see if we can find any nice bommies, nice ledges. Looks like there's one of those 10 or 15 litre water bottles up on the beach there. We might go up and see what's up there and grab that. Might come in handy, you never know. Bit extra water. So what a lot of you probably don't know, I'll let you in on what we're doing. I probably said something the other day. So we're going from Exmouth to Karratha. So that's probably some of the most inhospitable coastline that you'll probably traverse in Australia. In the way of, there is no water, nothing, just hot days. It's starting to cool off now. We're at the end of April now, so it's late 30s, mid to late 30s, but there is no bloody water here. So if anything goes wrong, chances of surviving up here after 3 or 4 days in this heat, 0. So we've got a little bit extra water on board. You've probably seen the old solar shower gurgling away on the front there. So that's sort of going to serve two purposes. That one is an extra 10-20 litres of water, and two, that's the only way we're going to have a shower in the next 5-6 days. So because there is no water like the Kimberley. It's harsh here, it's very harsh. So we've travelled with the shade up today. Probably shouldn't have. It's not the best for it. It doesn't sort of hack the wind too well, but you know, we've just tried to keep the heat off us as best we can, and yeah, keep trudging away. So I'm going to tuck into me a wrap here, and then we're probably going to have to jump off and swim to the beach. There's a bit of a surge pushing up the beach, so yeah, it's going to be a bit hard to nose the boat into it and get off. So we might just have to park the boat here, jump in, have a bit of a swim. What do you reckon, Hudson? Good idea? Yeah? Wait till it comes time to jump it in. Quick swim to the beach.
I got stuff in my mouth.
Can't even stand yet, man.
My arms are already tired and he just got in.
Bottom.
Yes.
I'll get sucked out. Oh, then I'll get sucked in. I'll be absolutely surprised if I get off this island without a bird shitting on me. Very, very surprised. There's a big seagull over there. I'm not sure if you can just make that out. I think he's got a big fish. Munging down on a big fish. One little seagull there, waiting for a bit of a scrap. I'd love to go and have a look, but I don't want to disturb him with the feed. I'm trying to make out some of these footprints here. They don't really look like bird footprints. Not really an island that you'd think would be habitated by little wallabies or anything. You never know. What'd you find there, buddy? Look at that. Free water. Lost off the side of one of the ships, no doubt. We might take that.
You can taste the water.
I'm not tasting it. I'll use it for a wash or something like that.
Yeah, you have to taste it.
I don't know if it looks like there's any floaties in there. Yeah, full of floaties and sand there. Don't even know if it's salty. Oh, probably is salt water. Look at that.
Yeah.
Bugger. Oh. We'll keep wandering around the island, see what we can find. You see there's a big eagle over there? Oh, he's taken off. He might have took off. Seagulls moved in. Oh, we're going to go for a quick wander, see what we can find. A bit of beach combing. Pretty remote island, this one. But anyway, what's that, buddy? Maybe we can walk out the top and have a look. There must be absolutely thousands of these nests in through here. So we just walked up on top of the beach, off the beach here. And there's thousands of these bloody diver birds. Not sure the full name of them. As always, leave a comment if you know. But yeah, you can see them all just popping up out of the grass everywhere. Little sanctuary for them out here. And here's a find if ever I found one. Booyah! That sucker be coming home with me. You see she's been in the shells there. Perfect. Score, Hudson! Holy smokes! We found the hatchery. Look out, Hudson. Wow, look out for the bird shit. So we're just going to keep walking past here. All these birds obviously fly off and get a feed, so they all know their egg. We'll keep walking past, but you can see on the ground all the eggs. There is thousands of them. Absolutely bloody thousands of them. Oh, there's a chocolate brown one there, Hudson. Amazing how they just dump an egg straight on the ground. Yep. Oh, there's twins there. That one had 2 eggs. Amazing colours on some of them.
I'm going to grab one.
No, we don't touch them, mate. Don't touch them. The smell. The smell is just next level here. Oh, yeah. Woo. So it just goes to show, we've literally come past 10 or 20 metres and all of those birds are straight back on those eggs. So like I said, they take off and go for a feed and come back. I don't know how they know which one's theirs, but yeah, there's no stress about walking past them and not having the mother come back or the father. I'm not sure who sits on the eggs. So yeah, don't have to stress too much about them. There'd have to be some well-fed bung arrows here somewhere, no doubt. Some bloody nice looking eggs on there. Actually, eggs are at a premium at the moment. Business opportunity. So we're just at the end of the turtle laying season. So basically the turtles are going to drag themselves up this beach, and all these big holes you can see here, all these, the whole way through all this beach, there's turtle nests everywhere. But they're pretty clever, from what I'm led to believe. They actually dig a dummy hole, a decoy, so that the hole that is left there is the one that they've used to bury their eggs. So you think you go looking for the nest down in the hole, but you're digging in the wrong place. But yeah, this whole beach, the whole way around where we've just walked, all through that section there just below that brush, it's just turtle nests the whole way around. So yeah, give it, I don't know what I think it's about October, November, don't quote me, but this place will be crawling with tiny little 50-cent piece turtles trying to make their way to that ocean through all of these birds. So generally what they do is they do it through the cover of darkness, but there's a few slower ones that don't quite make it through the night and end up in the daytime and the birds just hammer them. So I'm not sure on the mortality rate, but I don't think it'd be very good at all. Probably 1 or 2% probably would make it to the ocean. Because if all of these nests on every single beach in the Pilbara and probably other places around the world, there would be so many turtles. But so yes, there's a lot that obviously don't make it. But this is pretty sick. I've got my anchor. What do you got, mate?
Shells.
More shells than you can poke a stick at. Anyway, I want to poke my head over and see where that big eagle was sitting munging on his fish. That was pretty cool. So I'll keep going. My feet are on bloody fire here. How's your feet going, mate? Well, he reckons it's not even that hot, but Jesus Christ, my feet are on fire. What do you think of that little island, mate? Good. That's it. Yep.
Yeah, that was
Pretty good. So he's got his little position in there. There's a pretty shitty camping spot in there. I was kind of hoping it'd be a fair bit more protective area there. It seems to be swinging around. So we're going to march on about another, I think, what is it there, 15 nautical miles. Hopefully we can come along another island. It's got a bit more protection there, and we might camp there the night. See if we can, what is it, it's bloody 1 o'clock, so it'll only take us half an hour to get over that other side. And we might even have a look for a place for a bit of a snorkel and get the spear gun out. Actually remembered the spear gun, thank God for that. So, Hudson did. Oh, bloody, tell the truth, I actually, take my glasses off so you can see my eyes, I actually nearly left it behind. So, honest truth, I actually left the spear gun and did exactly what Hudson did 2 or 3 days earlier, grabbed all the rods and left the spear gun behind. So anyway, we'll try and get back up on the plane again. She's still pretty gross out here. I was meant to cut back 5 knots or something this Harvey, but as you can see, still a little bit of breeze about. A little bit of swell too, which is quite weird. Well, go in that hole. But yeah, you can sort of see, I don't know if it comes out on the camera, you got this nice beautiful blue over there and this green water in here. So that's what was around the island. That's why it's like the water's quite gross, but it's changing colour here now. That's a lot, yeah, definitely a lot clearer there. Dropped into 15 metres of water. Not bad bombies through here. Pocket dive, what's that? 8-9 metres of water, just a bit out of my reach unfortunately. If you don't know, I call myself the 3 metre floater. Float around in 3 metres and shoot from the top. Not the best at it, but yeah. Anyway, we're going to truck on. Probably get wet again, so we'll see you at the next island. Alright, so we've made it to our next island. Not our destination, but this one was just on the way. The water is so much nicer here. Quite clear. I was tempted to jump in, coming over a few really nice bombies here. Oh mate, bit too much for him. No stamina nowadays, these kids. And it does not get any more pristine than this place. Beach as far as the eye can see each way. The water's fairly clear, not too bad, a little bit on the murky side. But we've got a nice bit of ground just there. You can see a nice chunk of coral there behind us. I'm going to jump in and have a look. I had a couple of swells around them before, and I could sort of see a couple of fish just sitting there. So, not a lot to report from the spearing side of it. Hudson hooked up with some crazy looking eel with his fishing rod. So we got that off, cut the line, let him go. Didn't do too much damage to him. And I shot a little stripey for dinner. And if we don't use it for dinner, it'll be perfect bait, strip bait for us for later on. So yeah, not all was lost there. Beautiful little beach. Flew the drone just before, put some of that footage up. And yeah, sort of asked Hudson, what do you want to do? Like, because we got some good mackerel grounds coming up out here. I said, do you want to go and try and get a mackerel? The Savo, I think it's about, what is it, 3 o'clock there, so getting on a little bit now, but there's another island that we can stop behind. So we might as well keep moving, keep trudging that way. I don't know how many Ks we've done so far. We've done 40 nautical miles so far, so it's at 80, somewhere around 80 Ks. So it's not a bad day on the water considering how rough and bad it was. So, but anyway, we're gonna keep trucking over to this next spot and we'll chuck a couple of these lures out and hopefully we can get a mackerel. Nothing too big though. We don't want a massive one, man. Just one for me and you. The fridge is still full of beer, alright? I ain't taking the beer out of the fridge.
And Coke.
And Coke, yeah, there's plenty of Coke in there. Well, the trolling rods are out. The one over that side. Still not the prettiest here today. Tried to make the most of it. There wasn't really much to make of it, so might as well crack a beer. Hudson's got his pillow for the troll, ready to spring into action, no doubt, if a rod goes off, yeah? But anyway, cheers guys. Fingers crossed we get a nice little mackerel to wind the day off. That'd be nice. That'd be really nice. I can make these nice little mackerel balls and they go alright. We'll see. Alright guys, cheers. Oh, she was all going on then. Just turn this music down so we don't get chopped off with the old YouTube thing. Hudson was full bore, deep in a game. What game me on, Hudson?
Soccer.
Soccer. How boring.
You're boring.
And the rod's going off. I just said to Hudson, wind them up. And then I was like, nah, actually just leave them a little bit longer. We'll drag them over the shallows here. What are we in, 6.9 now? 6.9 metres out of 20. Well, maybe if I'm in the shot, probably help. Got me Arab neck shade on. You'd think I'd put one of me great full flat back hats on, ottadventures.net if you're after one of those hats. I'm pretty sure me and Hudson need to be putting these little peak caps away and putting the decent hats on after today. That's a spewer, that. That was a good run, Hudson. That was peeling line hard. Hey?
Do you want it?
You didn't even want to wind it in.
You didn't want it.
No, I was too slow, man. I was trying to get you on it. But anyway, so yeah, we're just cruising in. Another island here we've trawled down the back of. If you watch our episodes, I've trawled this ground time and time again for 0 mackerel. So we've done this over and over again. Done the Mackie comp, the Mac 10K out here, and got donuts. Not one mackerel. One sailfish, no mackerel. But anyway, so hopefully it's not too bad in behind this island here. This will be us for the night. Still got one more card up my sleeve if it is. Oh shit, Hudson. We're just starting to hit the bottom with these lures. So, oh yeah, got the bottom with that one. That's bad. Exmouth to Onslow. Woo! What a ride that was. That was pretty mad, eh?
That bit is wet.
The carpet's a bit wet, yeah. Well, bring a big tarp, mate. Yeah. Bring a big tarp so we could, if the floor was wet. But anyway, we were sitting out of the islands there, and just all that slop and everything that we've been bashing through for the last, oh, what is it now, 6 o'clock? Oh shit, my mass isn't real good. 8 hours we've been going today. 10, I think it was 10 o'clock we left, eh? Something like that. Yeah, it was horrible. And all we needed was that wind to swing around the other side. Yeah, buddy?
Want to know who died from coldness? Me.
From cold?
I'm freezing.
Oh, you need to toughen up, mate, if you think it's cold. What's the water? It's 28 degrees in the water. You might as well jump over the side if you're cold. But anyway, yeah, so it was pretty bad out there, and if that wind had swung around through the night, which I think it is meant to, we would have been in up Shit Creek pretty bad. So yeah, we made the decision quite late at 5 o'clock to make the 25 nautical mile run into Onslow, which, let's face it, at the end of the day, we've got to get fuel tomorrow here anyway. Yeah, so we had to come in anyway. So whether it came last night or this morning, didn't really matter. Tomorrow morning, should I say. But anyway, we're here. We're just cruising in steady. Might pull up at the boat ramp. They've got this really nice floating boat ramp there now. Really good, all brand new, flash as. And we'll sort a couple of things out, have dinner tied up at the boat ramp or something, say g'day to anyone if they turn up. Come down, say g'day, love a chat.